everyone, how are you? I hope you all are fine. So in this video we will discuss further about the life process. So our next topic is nutrition. When we walk or ride a bicycle, we are using up energy. Even when we are not doing any apparent activity, energy is needed to maintain a state of order in our body. It means here is a given example that when we walk on road or ride a bicycle, we want energy for that, to ride a bicycle or to walk on the road. Okay, now we are using up so even when we are not doing any apparent activity, it means when we are not doing activity, we are sitting, okay, but energy is needed to maintain a state of order in our body, but still energy is needed for the body, for the state of order in our body, because if we are not doing any activity, it not may be possible that our blood flow becomes stop, our heart to beat becomes stop. So this cannot happen. So for this, still energy is used for that. So we also need material from outside in order to grow, develop, synthesis protein and their substance needed in the body. Okay, it means we also need material from outside the body, like for the to grow and for the development and for the synthesis protein and other substance needed for the body. Okay, that is useful for the body. The source of energy and the material is the food we eat. It means the source of energy that we get from from food we eat. How do living things get their food? It means here is a question that how the living things that who are living, that how they can get food. So the general requirement for energy and materials is common in all organisms. It means general requirement for all the for energy, that is common in both. This material is common in all organisms, but it is fulfilled in different ways. Okay, it is common in all organisms, but there are different ways to fulfill this type of needs. Okay, some organisms have used simple food material obtained from inorganic source in the form of carbon dioxide and water. It means some organisms use simple food material like that is obtained from the inorganic source in the form of carbon dioxide and water. And these organisms, the autotroph, include green plant and some bacteria. It means the organism is called the green plants and some also bacteria. Okay, so they obtain from inorganic source in the form of carbon dioxide and water. So now the other organisms utilize complex substance. This complex substance have to be broken down into simpler one before they can be used for the upkeep and growth of the body. It means some other organisms, they are utilize the complex substance into the simpler one. Okay, and they broken down into the simpler one before they can be used. It means before that is the substance that is going to be used. So before using this, we have to break into simpler one. Okay, then we can use for the upkeep and the growth of the body. To achieve this, organism use biocatalyst called enzyme. It means for this achievement, organism use biocatalyst that is called enzymes. Okay, thus that is helps the organisms to upkeep and the growth of the body. for the to break the into the simpler one. Now, thus the heterotroph survival depend on directly or indirectly depends on autotroph. Heterotrophic organisms include animals and fungi. It means we are talking about the heterotrophs. So this includes what? It is directly or indirectly depends on autotroph, like fungi and the animal. Now next topic is autotrophic nutrition. So carbon and energy requirement of the autotrophic organism are fulfilled by photosynthesis. It means carbon and energy requirement is fulfilled of the autotrophic organism are fulfilled by photosynthesis. It means carbon and also the energy from where they get they fulfilled by the help of photosynthesis. It is the process by which autotroph take in substance from the outside and convert them into the stored form and of energy. It means photosynthesis is a process in which plant it means autotrophs take substance from the outside and convert them into the forms of food of energy. Okay, so this material is taken in the form of carbon dioxide and water. Okay, so this the material is formed, that is carbon dioxide and water, and it is stored in the form of carbon dioxide and water. So which is converted into carbohydrate. Okay, that is carbon dioxide and water convert into carbohydrate in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. It means in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll they convert into the carbohydrate, and carbohydrate are utilized for providing energy, and it is utilized for provide energy in the plant. We will study how this take place in the next section. The carbohydrates which are not used immediately are stored in the form of starch. It means the carbohydrate that is not stored immediately, it means we can say just a moment, so they can store into the form of starch, which serves as an internal energy. Okay, as to be reserved to be used as and an requirement by the plant. It means it is a reserve energy. Okay, internal reserve energy. So a somewhat similar situation is seen in us, where some of the energy derived from the food we eat is stored in our body in the form of glycogen. It means, but in our body it is stored in the form of glycogen, but in plant it is stored in the starch. This is the reaction of photosynthesis. Now let us see what actually happened during the process of photosynthesis. So what has happened during this process, that absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. It means during this process absorption of light take place. Okay, by the help of this process. By the help of chlorophyll, and conversion of light energy to chemical energy and splitting of water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen. And after that, conversion of light energy by chlorophyll. It means after that there is a conversion of light energy into chemical energy, and also the splitting of water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen. Now reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate. It means after that reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate, that we can see in the previous section, that with the carbohydrate and water converts into carbon dioxide and water converts into carbohydrate. This step need not to take place one after the other immediately. It means this step not take place one after other immediately. It means it is a slow process. For example, desert plant take up carbon dioxide at night and prepare an intermediate which is acted upon by the energy absorbed by the chlorophyll during the day. It means it is a very slow process, like for example that in the desert desert plant take carbon dioxide in the night, but they prepare their food with the help of chlorophyll during the day. So we can see this process is not on after doing immediately. Okay. So let us see how each of the components of the above reaction are necessary for photosynthesis. It means the importance of all the things that is involved in the photosynthesis. First of all, if you carefully observe a cross section of a leaf under the microscope, you will notice that some cells contain green dots. It means if we this is about the figure that is shown here. So here is given that you will notice, can you notice the green dots? Yes, we can notice. So these green dots are cell organelle called chloroplasts. So these are the chloroplasts. Okay, do an activity which demonstrate that chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis. Okay, this is an activity that shows the importance of chlorophyll in the photosynthesis. Okay, now the next thing is, now let us study how the plant obtain carbon dioxide. So this is about the carbon dioxide. So let's see what is in the activity. Take a potted plant with variegated leaves. For example, money plant or crotons. Okay. So we have to take a very variegated leaves of plant. Okay. So now keep the plant in the dark room for 3 days so that all the starch gets used up. It means we have seen that starch is a reserve food. When there is no sunlight, then the reserve food is very helpful for the plant. So keep the plant in the dark room. It means we have to keep a plant in the dark room. So there is no sunlight. Okay, so there is no sunlight, that's why they use the reserve food. Okay, we have to keep them for 3 days, and after that, now keep the plant in sunlight about 6 hours. It means for 3 days we have to keep in a dark room, but only for 6 hours we have to keep that plant in sunlight. Pluck a leaf from the plant, mark the green area in it and trace them on a sheet of paper. It means we have to mark that green area and also we have to trace them on the paper sheet. Now dip the leaf in boiling water for a few minutes. We have to dip that water in a boiled water for a few minutes. Now after this, immerse it into a beaker containing alcohol. We have to immerse this into the beaker which is containing with alcohol. Now after this, immerse it is in the carefully place the above beaker into a water bath and heat till alcohol begins to boil. We have to boil the alcohol also. Now what happens to the color to the leaf? What is the color of the solution? Now dip the leaf into dilute solution iodine for a few minutes, take out from the leaf, rinse off the iodine solution. So observe the color of the comparing tracing the leaves done in the beginning. What can you conclude? Presence in the various. Okay. So A is after starch test and B is before starch test. We can see that this is blue color. So see this. Now let us how the plant obtains carbon dioxide in. Okay. So in class 9 we had talked about the stomata. Okay, we know what is a stomata. Stomata is a pore inside the leaf. Now, which are teeny pores present on the surface of the leaf. Massive amount of gaseous exchange take place through the leaf's pores, like that is called stomata, for the purpose of photosynthesis. Now, but it is important to note here that the exchange of gases occurs through the surface of stem, but exchange of gases is also occurs from the stem, root and leaves as well. Since a large amount of water can be lost through these stomata, large amount of water only is released from the lost from the stomata. The plant closes their pores when it does not need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. It means this stomata become closed when the need of carbon dioxide is not used for the photosynthesis. Now the opening and closing of the pore is a function of a guard cell. So this one is yellow color is called guard cell. So these are the responsible for the opening and closing of the stomata. Now the guard cell swells when water flow into them. It means when the water flow into them, they get swell and causing the stomata pore to open. It means if they swell, the stomata pore will open. Similarly, the pore closes if the guard cells shrink. If the guard cells shrink, then the stomata pore will close. Now, based on the two activities, so far we have talked about how autotrophs meet in their energy requirement, but they also need other raw material for building their body. Water used in photosynthesis is taken up from the soil by the roots is terrestrial plant. It means water is used in photosynthesis. We take water from the ground, that is from the root. Other material like nitrogen, phosphorus, iron and magnesium are taken up from the this type of things are also taken from the soil. Now with the help of root, nitrogen is essential element used in synthesis of protein and other compound. Okay, nitrogen is essential for synthesis of protein and other compound. This taken up in the form of inorganic nitrates or nitrates and nitrites, or it is taken up as the organic compound also. Okay, so we have been prepared by bacteria from atmospheric nitrogen. So we have been prepared by bacteria, that is from atmospheric nitrogen. So this is about the photosynthesis and also about the autotrophic nutrition. Our next topic comes, that is heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, so let's see what is heterotrophic nutrition. Each organism is adapted to its environment. It means there are many organisms and they are adapted to their environment. Different organisms have different environment. The form of nutrition differ depending on the type of availability of food material as well how it is obtained by the organism. It means form of nutrition is also differ on the depending of availability of food type and also how they obtained by the organism. For example, whether the food source is stationary such as grass or mobile such as deer. Okay, there are two types of things, that is such a first one is stationary and second one is mobile. Now would allow the difference in how the food is assessed and what is the nutritive apparatus used by a cow and a lion. A cow can use a stationary thing, that is a grass, and the lion use a mobile, that is a deer. Now there is a range of strategies by which the food is taken in and used by the organism. Okay, these are the range of strategies, that is which the food is taken in and also used by the organism. Some organisms break down the food material outside the body and then absorb it. Okay, some organisms they break down the food outside the body and then absorb it. Okay, for example, fungi like bread, molds, yeast and mushroom, they absorb the food from outside the body and then absorb it. But others take in the whole material and break it inside their body. Like what can be taken in and broken depends on the body design and functioning. Okay, it is depend on the body design and functioning. Some other organisms derive nutrition from plant or animal without killing them. It means some organisms without killing them they can get nutrition. This parasitic nutritive strategy is used by a variety of organisms like Kashkuta, Amarville, okay, we can also say Amarville, ticks, lice, leeches and tapeworm. These are the type of parasitic nutritive strategy is used by wide variety of organisms. It means they do not kill anyone, but still they are getting nutrition. Now, how do organisms obtain their nutrition? Our next topic is that how organisms obtain their nutrition. We have seen that about in the case of plant, they use with the help of photosynthesis they make their food. But in the case of this type, that like animals, okay, so that is how the organisms obtain their nutrition. Okay, so this topic we will discuss in the next video. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you very much.